Two fascinating tourist spots full of history, enough to feed your knowledge-hungry souls, mesmerize your eyes, and take you back to the past. Good day, everyone. I hope all of you are looking forward for our academic trip. And as for our agenda for today, we'll be discussing the destinations. We'll be choosing between two locations that you will be suggesting today. Let's now have your fellow SSG officers to present their suggestions for this academic trip with information delicately curated to make sure that we get the best and verified details regarding these locations that we will be voting and comparing on.
Okay, good morning everyone. For our first spot, also referred to as the Walled City, Intramuros is a tourist attraction that is frequently talked about and visited by tourists and locals due to its cobbled streets and layout of architecture preserved from 100 years ago. Inside these said walls are colonial houses and grand churches, plazas left by the Spanish colony after ruling the country for 300 years.
Every tourist is encouraged to visit this location if they want to get the best out of their visit in the Philippines. Intramuros even has the museums that offers the best history lessons, trivias and facts about the Spanish colonial era in Manila.
Other than the infrastructures inside the 4.5-kilometer wall, there are also defensive structures found around the city such as cannons, javelins, bulwarks, and dislikes. These defensive structures being utilized to protect the city from different types of disaster and threats, such as invaders from other countries. Apart from that, there are also ruins inside the walls that are unrestored and their form being left unchanged after multiple wars.
Multiple structures in the city that can be visited by one, each place having their own history to tell in detail. Why don't we visit this one? Picturesque layout, also presented with important historical information.
So, for our first choice, we have the walled city in Tramuros. This one sounds very promising. How about the other choice? Let's give them the chance to voice out their suggestion of a place to go for our academic trip. And will this one be able to win our hearts and tap in the Muros of Manila? Okay, for the next part, please present it now.
Hello, good day everyone. This one location is similar to Intramuros in a way that it also feels like traveling back in time. As we step foot into the city with its authentic historical urban layout, consistent grid street pattern, and other accurate details. As this city is the best example of a planned Spanish colonial town in Asia, in which we're suited to a city with a culture and townscape with apparel and wearing Asia. And this location is known as Vegan City.
Had City sustained and is able to keep their layout as written pattern, which resulted in its authenticity. Although some buildings are altered and modified for the sake of view, there are still multiple structures and buildings left untouched, abandoned, and are being treated the best way possible to preserve their authenticity.
Imagine a city so grand that even the cobblestone streets are given so much attention and life. And other than those, Vegan City also provides multiple historical tourist attractions that we can visit, such as Baluarte Resort, which is a mini zoo, which is also known as the home of the big cats in Vegan. Because inside it are Bengal tigers, white lions, and leopards taking shelter.
Other than appealing buildings and plazas and the likes, similarly to Intramuros, there are museums and cathedrals that we can head over to while having high expectations that will head home, full of knowledge in our heads. This was very similar to Intramuros, With its historical aesthetic and lessons, why not choose Vegan City for our next academic trip?
Well, there's the two locations. This is rather a very hard decision to make as both locations are so similar yet offer different opportunities and experiences. So I'd like to know, where are you voting for? Anyone?
Intramuros, Manila as my vote.
I think I like Vegan City more.
Vegan City, yeah, I like that one.
I'm sticking with Intramuros.
It seems like 2 for 2. So I'll be the tiebreaker then. In my opinion, both offer historical content and have amazing structure and layouts. But I prefer the information and knowledge more. I think everyone will enjoy some geeking when it comes to location heavily known for their relevance in important events in our country. So, I vote for Intramuros. And I think that concludes our meeting. Thank you everyone for your participation. Now, just sit tight and wait for the announcement. Meeting dismissed. You are all free to go.